The top stories. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Addis Ababa is excelling in hospitality by hosting a wide array of national and international activities. And Deputy Prime Minister Tamasgan Truna says Ethiopia is fully committed to digital transformation. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to EBC World English News with me, Shifa Raulako, and thank you for watching us. Now, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has highlighted that Addis Ababa's immense potential as a premier destination is being steadily realized, where the city continues to host a wide array of national and international activities. Quote, in quotes, as Addis Ababa continues to host a wide array of national and international activities, its immense potential as a premier destination is being steadily realized, not only in its journey toward becoming a livable city for its residents, but also as a city that excels in hospitality, the premier posted on X. Concerted efforts among all relevant stakeholders remain essential to ensure high-quality service delivery, security, and the development of tourism offerings that honor the rich history of our capital, the Prime Minister said. A delegation of the Prosperity Party of Ethiopia, led by Adam Farah, its Deputy President and General Secretary, met with Lee Hongjong, Vice Chairman of the National People's Congress Standing Committee in Beijing on Tuesday. On the occasion, Adam said that the Prosperity Party is willing to deepen cooperation with China in terms of party building, economy, trade, culture, and other fields to promote the development of relations between the two parties and the two countries. Hongjong Lee, also a member of the Political Bureau of the Communist Party of China, CPC Central Committee, said that in recent years, leaders of the two countries have maintained close exchange and guided the comprehensive and rapid development of bilateral relations. Lee added that China is ready to work with Ethiopia to implement the important consensus reached by the leaders of the two countries, firmly supporting each other, strengthen party-to-party exchange, and deepen practical cooperation, step up international coordination, and push for sustained and in-depth development of bilateral relations. That's according to Xinhua. Moving on, Ethiopia is participating in the 19th meeting of the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, COMESA, Ministers of Foreign Affairs, being underway in Bujumbura, Burundi. A delegation led by Ambassador Hirut Zamana, permanent representative of the African Union and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, is attending the conference. The meeting is anticipated to review the status of peace and security in the region, with a focus on the situation in Libya, Sudan, Eastern DRC, Somalia, as well as terrorism and negative forces in the region. The ministers will also review the status of implementation of the COMESA programs in peace and security. It was learned the COMESA program also involves other stakeholders such as civil society and private sector organizations in conflict prevention and peace building in order to address issues of peace and security as a way of enhancing its primary objective of promoting economic integration. Key decisions will be made by the ministers to address the peace and security challenges and strategies to build long-term resilience in the region. The report of the meeting of the Ministers of Foreign Affairs will be received by the 23rd Summit of the Authority of Heads of State and Government, it was learned.
can such a massive layer cake of volcanic rock shoot up from the Tanzanian plains and touch the clouds so high that its peak is snow-capped on the equator?
Our travelers often ask us, why the Serengeti? Arguably the world's best safari destination. The Serengeti National Park's sprawling savannas.
My mission over the next 3 days is to meet the Lit Plate tribe, see what other body modifications I can find, and attend a bull jumping ceremony, where one boy must pass the test to officially become a man.
Everybody's running, so we're running with them. Someone's about to get whipped, literally.
Like a warrior husband job, you know?
Her husband, only one wife, she don't put anything.
Oh. 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 That's cute. Beautiful.
Oh my God! Wow! Yeah. Guys, and there it is. You can see it with all its freaking might and power. It's fogging up all over the place. That right there is the most powerful waterfall in the world.
And now moving to stories selected for detailed analysis, Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskan Truna says Ethiopia is fully committed to digital transformation, understanding that traditional methods are no longer enough. The Deputy Prime Minister disclosed this at the opening of the 9th meeting on African statistics. Themed Unleashing the Potential of African Innovative Through Statistics Development, the meeting is attended by representatives of international and continental bodies, government officials, and experts across Africa. In his opening remarks, Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskan Truna applauded innovations for the opportunity created in accelerating the progress toward Agenda 2063. Have a listen to this.
In today's world, technology is advancing faster than ever. Artificial intelligence, big data, and digital innovations are transforming every field, including statistics. These innovations offer Africa an opportunity to accelerate progress towards the Africa we want. As laid out in Agenda 2063, and the Sustainable Development Goals, leaving no one behind. Traditional methods are no longer enough. We must embrace new technologies to improve planning and decision-making across the public sector. This is not just about keeping up. It is about leading the way. Ethiopia is fully committed to this transformation. We are adopting innovation approach, from community-based data collection to advanced digital methods, to ensure our statistics are relevant, timely, and actionable.
Representing the Executive Secretary of the UNECA Director for African Center for Statistics, Oliver Chingaya, has called for reviewing how Africa is engaged with data. The director reiterated the theme of the year dubbed the challenge to fully adapt the digitalization of data on the continent. Have a listen to this.
Convened this year under the theme of unleashing the potential of African innovation in statistical development, African national statistical systems are a pivotal moment in which we must reimagine how we can engage with data. This theme challenges us to fully adopt digitization of data and in all process to promote the local innovation that can reshape our data landscape. Traditional methods of data collection, analysis, and dissemination and use are inadequate in today's fast-paced and world, signifying the urgent need for change from the norm. The development challenges that Africa faces demand innovative solutions that align with the realities of our diverse societies. The UN Economic Commission for Africa recognizes the innovation is not merely about technology. It is about developing a mindset that is receptive to inventive and exploration. It is about adopting an environment where data becomes a tool for empowerment, not only for governments, but through evidence-based policies for citizens.
Moving on, the Commissioner for Rural Economy and Agriculture at the African Union Commission, Josefa Leonel Sako, has urged African leaders to invest in agriculture to empower women in collaboration with financial institutions. The Commissioner has expressed her commitment to addressing challenges facing women in the agriculture sector. Shagamata has more on that.
Rural women in Africa play a critical role in agriculture, forming the backbone of food production and contributing significantly to their families' and communities' well-being. In this regard, the African Union Commission Commissioner for Rural Economy and Agriculture, Josefa Leonel Sako, indicated that she is working tirelessly to ensure women inclusivity and their beneficiary from agricultural sector.
Agriculture should be inclusive because we know that 40% of the labor on the farm are women. So the inclusivity is one of the successful areas that I'm really addressing by not leaving women behind. Everybody, all the farmers, when you talk about small-scale farmers, we mean that all the farmers, either is a man or a woman, have to have access to all agricultural input.
The Commissioner also outlined that although significant efforts are being made, agreements that empower women are in trouble due to geopolitical impacts as well as wars. African member states must discharge their responsibilities in investing in agriculture in collaboration with financial institutions to tackle the challenges facing the sector, she noted.
We have a lot of frameworks, international agreement, but with the global crisis that we are facing, we faced the pandemic, we are facing the war, the geopolitics, there's a lot of things to do. So as African Union Commission, what we are really working on is that our member states, countries should take agriculture as their priority, should invest in agriculture. Because if you go and knock the door to these international financial institutions, we don't have access to funding. So it has to be the leaders that should have programs in order to face all these issues, challenges that this agriculture sector.
Sako highlighted the role of private sectors in mobilizing domestic resources while African leaders implementing strategies aligning with their national policies.
The involvement of a private sector and the domestic resources, those are the areas, that we need to mobilize domestic resources and inclusion of the private sector, because agriculture is a business. So government will come with proper policy, enabling environment to do business, and then together with the private sector, we all work together, all the 55 member states, we approve the policy, and then we work with our member states to align it with their own national policy.
As the Commissioner for Rural Economy and Agriculture at the African Union, she identified key areas to concentrate on empowering women and address challenges facing women in the sector.
With a study on what are the areas that we should focus, in empowering women. We say education first, because majority of our rural women, they don't have access to good education. Education, technology, and also access to finance. Those are the three pillars that we need to concentrate and that we put in our own study. We did a study so that we can come out with a clear strategy on the role of women in agriculture.
The African Union's Agenda 2063 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals aspire for food security and gender equality in Africa's agriculture to improve efforts to alleviate poverty, more especially across gender lines.
And finally, the Bangladesh ambassador to Ethiopia has hailed Ethiopian Airlines' direct flight to Dhaka, boosting trade and bilateral ties. Ambassador Sikdar Bodiru Zaman says the direct route to Bangladesh strengthened economic, trade and cultural ties, noting its significant impact on relations between Ethiopia and Bangladesh. Goshu Malso's report is presented as follows. The Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's leading carrier, is set to commence 5 weekly flights on the Addis Ababa-Dhaka route starting from November 2, 2024. In an exclusive interview with EBC World, the Bangladeshi ambassador to Ethiopia has hailed the announcement as positive news for both Bangladeshi and Ethiopian citizens.
The commencement is a jovial thing, a very happy information, good information for both the peoples of Bangladesh and Ethiopia, because there is a huge impact which is involving business, trade, etc. So definitely we are very happy.
He emphasized that the new flights will enhance trade, economic ties, and cultural exchange between the two nations.
The commencement of regular operations by Ethiopian Airlines to Dhaka would be creating a good opportunity. Like number one, the two peoples of the two friendly countries will be engaged, and there will be more interactions. And you see, there is a saying, connectivity is productivity. So the two countries vis-a-vis two peoples are connected, and they will, this will create some kind of opportunity, like enhancement of trade, economy, and also culture.
The Bangladeshi ambassador to Ethiopia, Bodi Razaman, noted that Ethiopian Airlines serves as a major hub in Africa, which will significantly strengthen bilateral relations.
And strategically, both the countries will be in a win-win situation. I would like to say that Ethiopian Airlines is the hub in African subcontinent. So all the people that will travel, they will choose this station, Addis Ababa, as a hub. And from here, they will visit in various corners of the world, which is, again, connecting the people of that region where they are going. And our hope and our plan is to create opportunity of business, trade, etc. This decision of the two governments will definitely produce huge impact on the bilateral relations between the two countries, as well as bilateral trade and business between the two countries.
He also mentioned that following the flight launch, a business meeting will take place, during which a memorandum of understanding will be signed between Bangladeshi and the Ethiopian Chamber of Commerce.
While we are planning to go to Dhaka on the 2nd of November, we have also taken up some more decisions to be implemented in Dhaka, like B2B meeting, and then waiver of visa on the official and diplomatic passports. We are also going to sign the MOU between the FBCCI in Dhaka and Addis Chamber in Addis Ababa. So again, this will create a platform that the two business persons of the two countries will sit together, will discuss the opportunities, will discuss the predicaments for removal of the predicaments, and this way we can advance.
For the successful implementation of the flight connections, both countries need to ease visa facilities, the ambassador has suggested. Well, dear viewers, you have been watching EBC World. Now a quick recap of the top stories. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed says Addis Ababa is excelling in hospitality by hosting a wide array of national and international activities. And Deputy Prime Minister Tamaskan Trona says Ethiopia is fully committed to digital transformation. And with that, we come to the end of today's news. Thank you for watching us. Bye-bye.